Good morning. Welcome to my tiny takeover. Give it a minute to see if anybody's live and wants to join me. For those of you watching the replay, thank you for hanging on just for a few minutes. Hello. I'm Karen Slack. I'm taking over Courageous in Creation today. I'm excited to be here. Hi, Leanna. Thank you. I'm here. They asked me to guest host today for their Mindset Monday, and I've got some ideas for a simple Monday meditation. So I'm excited to be here and to offer this. We'll give it just a minute to see if anybody else wants to join in for our meditation today. And while we are doing that, I want to remind everybody that any of the tips, tricks, ideas, or services that I offer are meant for spiritual entertainment and enlightenment purposes only. If you have any physical or mental health concerns, please seek a physical or mental health professional. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Karen Slack. I am with Unique Beauty in Meditation, and I am an energy working intuitive with a passion for guided meditation and affirmations. So here we are. I'm excited to bring you a bit of a simple meditation today for breath, body, and mind awareness. Hello, thanks for joining. I feel like meditation so often gets to be a journey for us where we can dive into understanding ourselves deeper. And it can offer us tools to navigate this world and all of its crazy, uniquely beautiful experiences. Hi, Kelly. I thought it was Kelly. I thought that was her name, but I never want to assume with names on Instagram. So what I love the idea of is that, yes, meditation gets to be this journey. It also gets to be something more simple that we can come back to when we don't want a journey. We don't want to figure stuff out right now. We just want to come back to ourselves. We want to come back to our body. We want to come back to our mind. So that was kind of the inspiration for today. What I do as an individual, as a spiritual professional, is that I read the energies surrounding people, places, and things, the energies and emotions. And I enjoy helping people dive into understanding their own energy and emotions and spiritual selves. So one of the things that I felt connected with today was I come from the salon industry. I actually met April as she came and offered education in my salon quite a few years back. So I met her through the salon industry, and I know Cynthia has salon background. But one of the things that kept rolling through my mind today as I was getting ready for this is the idea of being over-processed. And I automatically thought of over-processed hair. And when we're doing hair and we have over-processed hair, what do? You step back and you analyze what's in front of you and you nourish it. You add proteins, you add moisture, whatever, to make it strong again. So I kind of feel like so often we are over-processed. We are over-processed as individuals. We have consistent, constant noise around us. There's news and feeds and emotions and energies coming at us all the time. And we take a little bit of that on every time we experience something. At least I know I do, and I feel like probably you do too. We probably take more on than what we even realize. And we're influenced by all of this stuff around us. And we're constantly trying to process mentally and emotionally and spiritually all this stuff. So what do we do when we have over-processed hair? We step back and we analyze and witness and experience and nourish. So that was our goal with our meditation today. Thank you, Cynthia. I'm excited to have everybody here and be doing this. So that was my goal for today. And what I invite you to do is to step into this meditation If you're able to comfortably and safely, so if like you're driving down the road right now, you can listen, but don't meditate obviously while you're driving. Or, you know, if you have a bunch of toddlers running around, you can't get real deep into meditation. So just sit and listen to it maybe. Come back to it when you can dive in a little bit deeper. But what I would invite you to do for this meditation is to breathe, to listen, and witness your body, witness your mind, and witness the images and emotion. Witness what you see, what you feel, and what you know through this process. Allow the images to come to your mind. If it's words, if it's images, if there's nothing but simple being aware of your breath, that is fantastic. Just allow it to be. Anybody have any questions about meditation or about myself before we get started? And where do you feel that you are over-processed the most? Where do you feel you get an abundance of energy, emotions, and what have you thrown at you? I know myself, I am over-processed easily. It's winter. I need something on to keep my cuticles from getting crazy. I am over-processed easily when there's lots of people around me for many days in a row. I'm also over-processed when I have a busy schedule and don't have time to step back and breathe and do things like this. So, hello, thanks for joining. We're about to do some meditation. So I would love to hear from you guys as to where you feel over-processed, where you feel overwhelmed and just done, as well as if you have any questions. And I have one of my decks that we can pull a card from at the end if there's time, because, you know, I have a ton of them and might as well. And I am over-processed if I don't have my coffee on a Monday morning. Just saying. My coffee helps me. Okay. So, I like the fact that I can still see comments. There's sometimes I get on my electronics and I can't see my comments. So it's nice that we have that today. So if you are interested in meditating with me today, if you have any tools, if you have any salt stones or essential oil blends or anything that inspires you while you meditate, go ahead and grab it now. Hold the stones in your hand, apply the oils, what have you. You don't need any of these items, but often they help support us in our meditation and they honor the kind of energy we want to welcome into our space. For me, I have my salt stone for cleansing and protection vibes today. And I actually have a calm essential oil blend to help to calm and soothe my energy. Okay. If you're comfortable and you're ready, take a deep breath and allow yourself to settle into this space. You can close your eyes. My iPad almost closed its eyes. I don't understand what that was. Close your eyes and just allow yourself to witness the space around you. Allow yourself to witness where you are choosing to meditate today. Take a moment to recognize the sounds. Are there lots of sounds? Or just a few sounds? Are they soft and soothing? they loud and intrusive? How about aromas? What do you smell around you? Do you have an essential oil blend that you chose? Or maybe a cup of tea or coffee? Maybe you have some incense burning or sage. Maybe your window's open and is letting the air fall in around you, the fresh fall air falling around you. How about the all-over vibe of the space that you chose to meditate today? Does this space inspire peace and comfort? Or protection and security? How would you describe the vibes of your place today? We come into this meditation with an open mind and an open heart. We welcome peace and compassion for ourselves, strength, and adaptability. We trust we are guided and protected as we move through this meditation. I want you to bring the awareness a little bit closer to yourself. Feel your physical presence of your body. Feel where your body meets the chair, both underneath you and behind you. Are there cushions and softness? Or a firm surface underneath you? Allow yourself to be held by this chair or this bed or wherever you sit. Give your body permission to relax and to settle into this space. Trust. You don't have to hold yourself up, and you don't have to run around at this moment. Trust that you have these few moments to breathe and to witness your mind, your body, and your energy. How about the clothes that touch your skin? Or the air that moves across your face? Now I want you to focus in even deeper and be aware of your muscles and your joints, giving permission for you to relax any of the muscles or joints that are feeling tight. To relax your tendons, your knees, your ankles, your legs, and your arms. Then I want you to focus even further inward. Be aware of the breath in your chest. Be aware of your inhale and your exhale and how that feels in your body. Maybe you even pair some numbers with your breath to help you stay focused within. As you inhale, you can start by counting from 1 up until 4, 5, or 6, whatever pattern fits with your breath. And as you exhale, you can count from the highest number down through 0. Allowing these numbers to ride the waves of your breath, giving you the ability to focus on this pattern at this time, letting all other worries and all other distractions fall away. Pair these numbers with your breath as you count in your mind or even out loud. Count from 1 up to 4 or 5 or 6 on the inhale. And then count from the highest number down through 0 on the exhale. As you focus on these numbers and as you focus on your breath, just witness how they feel. Witness the emotions that might come up and then let them pass. Witness any tensions in your body or in your mind and then let it pass. Continuing to refocus on your breath. Pairing these numbers with your breath. Do the numbers pair easily with your breath? Or do they feel hard and stubborn? Are you able to allow yourself to settle in and relax even deeper? And you can let the numbers fall away and stop the rhythm whenever you need, just settling into this peace. There's no rules here. Just space for you in your peace of mind, peace of body, and peaceful spirit. Are there any colors that you feel? Are there any messages, any inspirations that you're feeling today? You can even ask the universe or ask your guides or ask your higher self, is there anything that I need to know for my week this week? I want you to be able to finish off this meditation today by taking a nice, deep cleansing breath. Inhaling for as long as you can, and exhaling for as long as you can. Bringing your awareness back to your body, back to the space that you're in. Whenever you're ready, you can open up your eyes, maybe move your toes, wiggle your fingers, take a moment to reconnect with the space that you're in. A great way to reconnect with your space when you're done meditating is to seek out 2 or 3 little details within the room that we were in when we started meditating, like the texture of the wall or the words on a picture. Taking a few moments to reconnect with those little details is a great way to ground your energy back into this space. So how did that feel for everybody? I always encourage people, once we're done meditating, to journal. I feel like when we meditate, we open up our energy to the experience, and then we allow ourselves, we work on surrendering to the experience and witnessing the journey. And so often when we get done, when we start journaling, that takes the energetic journey we just had in our meditation and filters it through our mind and helps us understand it better. So that's always a great activity to do if you're so drawn to do it. If you are not, I think I was in another dimension. I love that. Oh, I hate something. If you're not into journaling or writing, you can also do a voice memo. Often when I get done with my own meditations, though, I don't want to talk. Surprise, surprise. I love that, Cynthia. Thank you. I love when we can move away from the energy of our world for a few moments. I love like a different dimension. I love it takes our mind and our body away from all that's over processing us. And when we're over processed, we don't want to have to take a journey. We don't want to have to figure out how to dive deep into a meditation. So when we can simply be aware of the space that we're in and be aware of our breath, those can be very powerful tools to calm our mind down and to focus us so we can find our peaceful dimension we want to fall into with meditation. But I think so often, I know for myself often, as well as others, our mind needs something to process. If you are an overthinker like me, you're always processing. So to give your mind and body something to focus on with your space and the numbers, it definitely can be helpful for getting you into that meditation. A couple of things that came up that I wanted to talk about is when I was writing down a couple of notes as to give me some guidance so I didn't go off the rails with this meditation, there was 3 words that came to mind: peace, compassion, and adaptability. And that word adaptability felt a little bit foreign to me because it's not usually one that we peg with meditation or we peg with energy work. But okay, let's write it down and go with it. And the thing that came into mind is I saw an Instagram post the other day of a tree that was growing on the side of a hill. And it was a beautiful, big, old tree that had this beautiful root system that was exposed for us to see. There's all these beautiful roots on these trees that we don't see all the time. In this, being on the side of the hill, we got to see all of the intricacies of that. But what I loved was that we don't think of adaptability when we think of trees, but how often have you seen a tree growing in a space that is what you would imagine would be difficult for it to grow in, like the side of a hill? How is that tree hanging out on that side of the hill and not like on its way down into the crumbling into the ground? That's kind of how we feel sometimes when we're overprocessed and we're hanging on the edge of a cliff. So that the idea that that tree was able to adapt to that situation felt like it honored our ability to adapt to the situations that are best and healthiest for us. And what it felt like is that we were talking about how it felt like it was leaning into the idea of how we can adapt to self-care within our life. We so often talk about self-care. We talk about taking care of ourselves and adding, you need a little more self-care in your life. Okay, that's great. What does that look like in our life? And it felt like it was honoring the symbol of this tree and this image of this tree and this notion of adaptability was honoring our ability to adapt to allowing self-care in our life more. That it doesn't have to look one certain way for everybody. That it gets to be what we need it to be in our life. Just like meditation gets to be what we need it to be in our life. Some people do great with 5-minute meditations. Some people do great with 20-minute, 30-minute, 45-minute deep journeys. And every day is different for us. So allow yourself to adapt to whatever self-care looks like for you, that offers you peace, that offers you compassion, and allows you to step away from what overprocesses you and helps you focus within and care for yourself a little bit more. Does that make sense? Allowing yourself to feel grounded, to feel present within this moment, and to give you a few moments, like Cynthia said, to step out of the usual rhythm of life and into a peaceful moment and a peaceful space that nurtures your soul, nurtures your mind, and nurtures your body. Thank you, Leanna. So that was one of the first things that came up and I felt throughout the meditation. And I like that word, adaptability. It's funny, I had this image at one point in time and it felt like an Aunt Betty. It felt like it felt like it was a fun aunt that would always have tea for us, was there offering us tea, helping us relax. And it felt like we were able to go over to Aunt Betty's house and sit and have tea and just play and be away from the world. We got to be kids again. So I don't know if this Aunt Betty is actually an energy that is with somebody and you actually had an Aunt Betty. If you did, please leave it in the comments. or if it's the notion of, and maybe it's not Betty, whatever, or if it's just the notion of having a safe place that you can go and you can have a cup of tea. Ignore. Wow, sorry. Whole big interruption. I didn't even know my ringer was on. I'm really glad that didn't happen in the middle of the meditation. That, the phone rings in the middle of our meditation sometimes. So we have to learn to adapt to interruptions as well. So anyway, I feel like this notion of this Aunt Betty is she gives us a safe place, and she honors a safe place that we can lean into, and we can go and we can be innocent and have fun and be taken care of. So wherever you find that energy, I feel like this notion of Aunt Betty encourages us to lean into that. And then the color purple popped into my mind. The idea that the purple color nourished us was kind of cool, because it's not our first color we connect with nourishment. Mostly we connect purple with higher awareness and understanding and a connection to our divine self and our divine power. But I felt like this purple did all that, but also nourished our soul. It helped us and asked us what feeds our soul. So as we move through the week, I feel like it helps us to know what is going to feed my soul this week. What feeds me on a deeper energetic basis. And to help put little pieces of that throughout your week. And then I was curious how the numbers felt for people. When you're meditating, if the numbers that we use today don't work for you, you could always use an affirmation. And sometimes words flow better for people than numbers. Sometimes the numbers feel rigid for people and firm and solid. But sometimes the rigidness or the solidness of numbers is actually very, very grounding for others. So I was just curious how those numbers felt for everybody. We talked about feeding our soul. What feeds your soul? I would love to hear some options in the comments as to what feeds your soul. Moments like this feed my soul, allowing me to just close my eyes, let my mind unfold, and just be my whole self for a few minutes. I love that. And then when we got to the end with the messages, were there any messages that this meditation offered us today? And I felt like the notion of peace, in honoring peace within our mind and within our body, and peace within our spirit, was a very powerful notion and a very powerful message. And to take a moment on this Monday and look into our week and see where we can plant seeds of that peace within our week with that, just like with what's feeding our soul. Patterns and routine, it felt like at least one individual, if not a couple individuals that were watching this meditation, it honored the idea that having a pattern within your day, having a routine within your week, helped provide comfort and security, and to honor that need for routine. It doesn't make you rigid. It makes you, that's how you work. That it makes you what's the word I'm looking for? It makes you honor yourself by allowing those routines to provide you comfort. It doesn't make you rigid. And then there was this whole notion with one of the last messages, and I felt like it was going out to everybody, but also an individual specifically. The idea that you are protected and guided. You don't have to know it all, and you don't have to have it figured all out in order to move forward, in order to move through your week, in order to start a new adventure, or to work through what you're working through. You don't have to know it all. Trust that there is a higher force. There is a divine team that surrounds you and protects you and guides you through your week, through your month, and through your life. And sometimes we have to lean into that and surrender the details to that team and trust that they're going to take it and do what is best for our highest good. So those are some of the notes that I had for meditation today. I love taking notes. I love just jotting down what comes to mind in meditation. And if you're one that doesn't necessarily close and go way within, have a journal and just write down the thoughts that pop up into your mind while you're meditating. It doesn't mean that you're not meditating properly. If you're writing down for half your meditation, it means that you're honoring the pattern that works for you. And that half the time when we're in the meditation, it doesn't make sense what we're writing down. We feel like this is all weird gibberish from our minds. But then when we step back at the end, after our meditation and look, it can provide us with, oh, that's what was going on. So what do you think? How's that feel for everybody? Any questions or thoughts? Thank you. I see the hearts. That's fantastic. And is there anything that resonated most about what we talked about, or that resonated most for the rhythm of the meditation? I do have my Practicing You Daily Awakening deck from Elena Brower that I'll pull a card before we finish off. I would love for people to share their experiences in the comments below. If it was peaceful, if you could put one word to your experience, or if you have lots of words for your experience, either way, please feel free to share it in the comments. If you have any questions and you don't necessarily want to share it on a public feed, you can message me directly. Right? The routines, yes. Thank you, Leanna. Leanna says, love your offer to lean into routines to support us. It's so often we feel like complete. I love that. It's so often that we feel like when we need that routine, it feels like we're stuck in that routine. You know, we hear that, stuck in the routine, stuck in the routine. Well, sometimes if those routines support a healthy mind, a healthy body, and a healthy spirit, why not? Then they're good and helpful. Cynthia says she feels complete. I love it. And the purple peace sign, I love that. Okay. Alrighty. Left or right? I got two cards that are kind of sticking in my mind. Somebody share left or right. And I'll pull whichever one people share. We're going to pull them both out. Left. Okay, left it is. And if you... I don't know why my iPad keeps trying to go to sleep. Listen, I understand it's meditation. You can't go to sleep, iPad. Sorry. If anybody needs support with meditation, if you want support to figure out your own personal rhythm of meditation, I would love to explore that with you. Feel free to contact me and we can dive in deeper. Okay. So the left one actually is more of a physical awareness that it guides us through. Gently rest your fingertips on your forehead, just barely covering your vision. So you'd probably want them like right up here. Take a few breaths there until your mind feels still. When I soften my eyes, this is what I see in my heart. Okay. So it's telling you to put your fingertips up here and breathe and let your mind still. And when we let our mind still, what is it that our heart tells us? So when we can cover our eyes, it gives our mind permission to slow down and listen to our heart. And it's blue. So the blue honors a new way to communicate with us and to soothe those heated energies and to soothe that over-processed frayed energy. So I love that this card came up with us. Slow your mind and listen to your heart and communicate what helps you feel soft and smooth and cool within your energy this week. Very cool. I love that. I love this deck because it does sometimes give us an activity to do with it. So how's that card reach everybody? Does that make sense? I feel like it's a great accent to what we did today. Very cool. So I would love to hear in the comments below if anybody, as I said, has any questions or thoughts. I feel like I have shared the notions of meditation. The activity of counting with your breath that we did today can be something that you can practice on a regular basis. You can set a timer for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and you can pair numbers with your breath and allow your mind to focus from everything out here to within here. And that can be a great way to introduce some meditative energy. Thank you. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate the ability to be here and to do this and to have the opportunity to share all this. So thank you. Very cool. I don't think I have any more thoughts or ideas. I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover and probably more. So I think we are all set for today then. And I look forward to connecting with you all. I appreciate being here, and I appreciate all of you taking the time to watch and to listen to this. And like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. You can find me by connecting with Unique Beauty and Meditation on Instagram. And on there, I have a Linktree link in my bio where you can double check. You can connect with all things Unique Beauty. I'm trying to put, apparently I can't talk and type at the same time. It won't let me tag myself, but Unique Beauty and Meditation is my handle on Instagram. And then there's a Linktree account that will just get you wherever you need to get to. And if you enjoy what these beautiful ladies are offering in their Mindset Mondays, or if you enjoyed your experience today, I encourage you to share it out so we can expand and grow the awareness for all of this. Thank you very much, and have a uniquely beautiful day. Bye.